Hello everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Destiny video. Today we are going to be doing breakdowns on the Tusken Raider, Crime Lord, and Flamethrower from the Awakening set. So we're going to take a quick look at Tusken Raider. It's a yellow, non-unique character, has 8 health, 8 hit points. It costs 9 points toward your 30-point limit. And we're going to take a look at the die here. So it has 1 range damage, 1 melee damage, 3 melee damage at the cost of 1 resource, 1 shield, 1 resource, and a blank. And it also has an ability. It says, after you activate this character, you may discard a card from your hand to resolve one of its character or upgrade dice. And that's pretty strong. So you could roll out a 3 melee. Let's say you roll out the 3 melee damage, discard a card, pay the resource on the 3 melee damage, and you have 3 melee damage right off the bat with it, which is pretty good. You can also resolve it to get a resource, get a shield, or do range damage as well. The Tusken Raider pairs well with Darth Vader, so if you're running the Vader Raider deck, you're obviously going to be running. You can run Elite Vader and 1 Tusken Raider to get 30 points. I think that their die is pretty strong with 3 damage sides. I mean, one of them costs a single resource, but 3 damage for 1 resource I think is pretty good. It's also got shields and resources, which is nice. It's a pretty interesting card. It doesn't take a whole lot of damage, but the ability to discard a card to resolve one of the dice immediately is pretty good, especially if you're playing on a level or on a location like the Starship Graveyard. So you can discard something like an upgrade, and then when you claim the battlefield, you'll essentially get that card back. So yeah, Tusken Raiders are pretty strong. Again, yellow, non-unique. You can run an entire team of them if you wanted for 27 points. We're going to go ahead and look at Crime Lord next. And we're back here with Crime Lord. Crime Lord's a very interesting card. So, yellow characters only. It costs 4 resources. We're going to look at the die really quick. So it has 2 focus, 3 disrupt for the cost of a resource, 2 shields, 2 resources, and 2 specials. No blanks. It has a special that says, spend 5 resources to choose an opponent's character. That character is defeated at the end of the round. So you choose a character, and that basically makes that player have to basically win the game that round. If, for example, if they only have 1 character left and you only have 1 character left, they're going to have to kill your character before the end of the round. So if they kill your character before the end of the round, obviously they would win. But if they can't do that and that's the only character they have, Crime Lord Special would go off and you would win the game. Thing with Crime Lord, though, is it's fairly expensive. It costs 4 resources and it costs 5 to actually use the ultimate, or the special. I don't know why I called it ultimate, but 5 resources to use the special ability. A lot of people have been finding ways to get this in to their dice pool without paying the 4 resources. So we're using something like Ace in the Hole, which allows you to roll a yellow die into your pool, and then if you have something like Dice Manipulation, you can then focus it to be on the side that you need for the special. And also the fact that it has 2 special sides means you have a 33% chance, essentially, of rolling that die. Or third. You have a third of the dice sides on this die are the special. So you can ace in the hole, roll it out. It may even just land on a special right away. If not, it pairs very well with a character like Jabba. This basically is a Jabba the Hutt upgrade, or an ability, I should say. He can focus into it. You roll out Jabba, ace in the hole, Crime Lord, and then use Jabba's focus to change this to a special. If you have the 5 resources, you pay the 5 resources, and it goes off. And then, like I said, your opponent has pretty much until the end of the round to win. It basically makes them have to get pretty extremely lucky with their rolls, and they're going to have to try to eliminate your character or characters before the end of the round, because when the end of the round comes, the character that got targeted with Crime Lord is defeated. It's a legendary. I have a couple of these. I'm probably going to be hopefully building a Jabba and Vader deck at some point, and I'm going to run a couple of these in there. Again, the die is good because it has focus, disrupt, shield, resources, and specials. It does a lot of stuff, and even if you can't get the special to go off, you can still do a lot of other stuff with it. Like you can focus your other dice, you can disrupt your opponent's resources, get some shields, things like that. And the final card we're going to take a look at is Flamethrower. Be right back with that one as well. All right, and here is our final card and die for the day. We're taking a look at the Flamethrower. Costs 3 resources. Yellow villain weapon. The die is 2 melee damage, 4 melee damage at the cost of a resource, 1 disrupt, 1 resource, 1 special, and a blank. And the special is deal 1 damage each to up to 3 different characters. So that goes off if they have, let's say, like 3 rebel troopers, you can hit all the rebel troopers for 1. If they have like 2 characters, you can hit each of those characters for 1. Um, the special is decent, but I really like the damage side on this die more. 2 melee is good. 4 melee for the cost of a resource is also really good. You can potentially throw this on Darth Vader as well, because it doesn't say it has to go only on yellow characters. So you can attach this to Vader, and Vader having melee damage on his die, you could basically put this on him and have him swing for a lot of damage, especially if you have him equipped with a lightsaber or Kylo Ren's lightsaber. He's swinging for a ton of melee damage. You can throw it on Dooku as well, or you can also throw it on pretty much any character. There is no play restrictions on this, except that it's just a villain, so you need to play it in a villain deck. But that's about it. And like I think the cost is pretty good. 3 resources, so it's not super cheap, not super expensive. It's kind of right in the middle. And I really like the damage on this die. Especially if you roll it into a deck that has focus, you can focus into it at 4 damage or at 2 damage, and then resolve it. Or you can also Ace in the Hole if you wanted to throw that out. Throw it out with Ace in the Hole, just like Crime Lord, and hope to get the 4 damage side. Or once you get it rolled out, maybe then focus it. But yeah, like I said, throwing it on Vader or any other villain melee character could be pretty cool. Throw it, yeah, like I said, Vader would be incredibly strong with it. Kylo Ren would get use out of it as well. But that's going to do it for today's card and die breakdowns. We'll be back tomorrow with 3 more cards and 3 more dice to take a look at. Until then, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care.